The gleaming towers symbolise success and immense wealth in the richest country per capita on earth. But the story for many of the thousands of Asian workers building Qatar's dream is very different. At the Ministry of Labour Complaints Office, we find JAYRAJ, who's from India. He says he and around 30 of his colleagues haven't been paid in more than 3 months.
We cannot even return to our countries because we don't have money. Our company says wait for 2 months, but wait where? Back home I have my mother, a wife and 2 children to feed. It's a pity that I can't even look after my children.
Qatar's Ministry of Labour says one of the most common complaints filed against companies is over unpaid wages. A representative of JAYRAJ's company management told Al Jazeera the men would get their salaries in a month's time. We drive to JAYRAJ's accommodation, which his employers rent. This is a typical camp for foreign labourers here in Qatar. Now around 600 men live here, and the conditions they live under are shocking. JAYRAJ says they were forced to move here recently after the water in their previous camp was cut off because the owner had not paid the bill. He says they had to carry water in buckets from another camp nearby. Up to 6 men live in these rooms. Deepak looks at photographs of his wife and daughter back in India.
My family don't know I live like this. They would worry about us, that's why we don't tell them. I paid the agent in India about $1,400 to come here. I've just finished paying the loan off, but I have nothing left.
The kitchen facilities in the building are in a terrible condition. The men admit they could do more to keep the place clean, but say the building owner never supplied the basics in the first place.
We have 8 cooking rings and we have to cook for 30 people. We don't have even space to keep the food. We have to eat standing up. There's no fridge, but we manage.
At another camp, we find up to 16 men living in one room. They say their company does pay them on time, but we ask one of the men how much he gets.
I get paid around $190 a month. I have 7 kids. They are still young. I'm the only one to feed all of them.
The Ministry of Labour says it's trying to improve monitoring and punishing companies that do not comply with its labour laws. And this is not a story specific to Qatar. The International Labour Organization says Gulf countries must do more to protect the rights of foreign workers. It's men like these who often have no choice but to return to their homeland with little or nothing to show for their efforts to improve their lives. Charles Stratford, Al Jazeera, Doha.